Hello and welcome to Shambani Farm. Today is the 4th of July 2021 and we're here at Shambani Farm. Here I just wanted to show you that we do feed our goats Gliricidia. Gliricidia is one of a leguminous tree that we that is recommended for feeding of livestock, particularly ruminants. So here we are feeding Gliricidia to our goats. One thing that is very important to note or to understand when feeding Gliricidia to your goats is that Gliricidia is not very palatable. So if you're going to give your goats for the very first time, if they're not used to it, they will refuse it, they will not eat it, and therefore you need to to help them get used to it by practicing. And how do you do that is in the first instance, when you give it to them, make sure that you give it to them when it is not fresh. Basically leave it to sort of like wilt a bit to reduce the moisture, almost like drying out, but don't dry it on the sun, so that you maintain or you contain the nutrients in within. And you give it to them in small amounts, especially when they are hungry. So most of the time you will need to do it in the morning when the goats are very hungry and they just need something into their system, or you can starve them for a bit and then introduce this to them, and therefore it will force them to want to try to eat it. So what makes it not palatable mainly it's the it's the smell. The smell of this tree is not very nice for the goats in particular. I think even for human being, I prefer the smell of Lucina leucocephala than the smell of Gliricidia leaves. But I think the same applies for goats. The smell of this tree is a bit not exciting, and therefore the goats don't really like it that much. But as I mentioned, so the best way to deal with that scenario or with that case is to make sure that you wilt it a bit. And when you wilt it, what happens is the smell sort of like it just subsides a little bit, and therefore the goats don't feel it as much as they would feel when it is still very, very fresh. The smell then becomes very stronger and they can definitely resist it, resist eating it. So the best way, as I said, is you'd need to sort of like cut the tree, or chop the branches maybe today, leave it to wilt in a shade. Don't put it on the sun so that the nutrients are not lost. And then and then tomorrow you give it to them. So maybe you can even chop it today, maybe in the afternoon or in the morning, and then tomorrow morning you give it to them. They will definitely, if you give it to them when they're hungry, they'll definitely try to eat it, and after some time they will get used to it. Then you can start trying to give it when it's fresh, but mainly I maintain giving it to them when it is wilted a bit. I think it also concentrates the nutrients in within, especially if you wilt it not using the direct sun. And the water, it's mainly the water that gets lost, but the nutrients remaining within the leaves. So then you have much more dry matter than high content of water. But Gliricidia, as I mentioned in one of my earlier videos, is that it's a very, very powerful, very nutritious fodder that can have a positive impact on your animals, on your goats, on your cows, sheep, all ruminants, and other livestock. It's not only limited to ruminants. So even pigs, I believe, can also be fed Gliricidia. So that's basically it that I had wanted to share today from Shambani Farm. I thank you so much for continuing to patronage our channel. We really appreciate your support as we continue to grow and learn together. We have reached 6,000 followers, so this is really exciting news for us. And we're looking forward to reaching 10,000 followers. For us, what this really means is just that we are having a good impact in helping people understand goat farming, in helping people, in inspiring people to start goat farming. And for us, this is such a beautiful thing. So really happy to share our videos with you, but we also are, keen to receive your feedback, your comments, because we want to know what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, to share experiences, anything that you can share with us, through comments, through questions. That will be really wonderful. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please remember to subscribe, and remember to like and share and comment and share the videos with your friends and colleagues who might be interested in goat farming. Thank you so much, and cheers. Goodbye.